Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel.
Hey.
It's Keara and
Alexa.
And we're your grave sisters. Wait, no. We're
Your grave sisters.
Your
fave sisters. This
wow.
never gets old. So today,
We're going to be talking about labels.
sexuality labels.
Sexuality labels and how you don't really need them.
Yeah.
Sometimes they can just be very restrictive, and also sometimes sexuality is fluid, so your label can change from time to time, so it's fine just to not have a label and just be like, hey, I don't feel like I need to give you a word for my sexuality. You know what I mean?
You don't really need to define it within some parameters so that someone else can like understand you. You need to understand you.
Exactly. Labels sometimes are only for other people. You can have labels for yourself, and a lot of people do enjoy labels, and that's fine. If anything, I have a label, but recently I haven't like been labeling myself like at all, like in everyday life. If someone calls me a lesbian, I'll be like, okay. And if someone calls me bi, I'll be like, okay. Cause like, I don't know, I feel like I fall somewhere in between those two, and like, I don't feel like I really need to use one or the other, but people feel like they really need to use one or the other. That's why I just sometimes use gay as an umbrella term, because it's just like...
Or queer.
Or queer, I use queer too, yeah.
Do you get offended if someone just assumes you're straight?
I used to get offended, just because no one knew, everyone thought I was straight, no one knew I was queer at all, so I used to get very offended, but I don't get like offended now. I'm just like, that's okay, like, I'm not, but it's okay that you think that way. I'm not like offended.
Yeah.
I mean, people would think I'm straight based on my appearance and like my stereotypical straight look or whatever the crap you guys think nowadays.
So I guess we like stumbled on this topic idea because we wanted to do like an LGBT video for a while, and then like wanted to find a topic that would be like relevant to both of us.
Yeah.
And I'm the type, I don't like labels. I've never really labeled myself and haven't like, you know, seen the need for it. So we were talking about that and then just wanted to like debunk that. I guess to preface this, like, because I grew up before, like, you know, I kind of went through my adolescence way before Keara and I would like be talking about sexuality. Like,
totally. I was a baby.
She was a baby, and
I wasn't gonna be having sexuality talks with my sister as a baby.
Yeah, no, that would have been really weird. When Keara came out to me a couple of years ago and was just like, hey, I'm questioning my sexuality, and you were like, what, like 17?
17. Yeah.
17 at that time? And I was like, holy shit, no way. Cause like, I didn't expect it, and I questioned my sexuality when I was growing up. I just didn't have like an older sibling to tell. It wasn't like, I felt like I needed to really talk to anybody about it. I think like my story was like different than, it was obviously different than yours, but like I questioned my sexuality a lot growing up, and I never used a label.
Right. Do you still question your sexuality?
I don't really question it. I've just accepted that it's fluid, and I don't think that I didn't really need to label myself in any way. But like,
that's awesome.
But I remember growing up and being worried that, because I would like have like when I was in grade 7, like I had my first crush on a girl, and I was like, holy shit. Like I was like freaked out. Because like, I don't know, and even that was, you know, we're 8 years apart, so it's even less accepted then. And it kind of freaked me out. I had crushes on boys before that time. And then yeah, in grade 7, I just noticed myself, I was like, oh my god, like, oh my god. And I was like freaked out. Later on, I continued to have crushes on boys more often than crushes on girls. And then I just went through my like early adult life and had boyfriends, and I was like, like physically and emotionally attracted to my boyfriend, so I was like, all right, cool.
That's what we need to know for now.
That's what I need to know for now. Yeah. And then when I got like a little bit older, like I realized that I was more, like I did have an attraction towards women as well. Just maybe not as predominant or as often, but like, I don't know. When I was growing up, it kind of like, I was worried about being judged for that, and then I got a little bit older, and then I was like, I'm not gonna label it.
Yeah, and also I feel like, I don't know, you grew up more in like the early 2000s, and that was still kind of like taboo back then.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit different. Like she didn't feel as comfortable like being like, oh, this is okay and this is normal, because like it's understandable because of the time. And like your attraction toward women, like, you found is mostly just physical.
It's mostly physical.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like, I don't know, I've never like had a crush on a friend of mine or anything like that. It's mostly, if I have had a crush on a girl, it's been a girl who I know is attracted to women already.
Yeah.
Like, that's usually the precursor for that. Like, if I know, if she's like, I'm like, oh, she's kind of cute, and then I know she likes girls, and I'm like, okay,
hit me up.
But it's never like for straight girls.
Yeah, that's funny because I actually get a lot of questions from you guys, like asking like, what do? I have a crush on a straight girl, or like my best friend, I'm attracted to my best friend and she's straight, like what do I do? And like people ask me if I have similar like situations. Like personally, I don't know, I don't really get attracted to straight girls either.
I think there's like just like a vibe with.
There's also a vibe. There's a vibe. If you know, you know. You know.
It's got to do with the vibe.
It's also a vibe. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. That's a
laying
song.
it down. But like, and I don't know, I never like came out to my parents and was like, hey guys, sometimes I'm sexually attracted to women. Let's have a chat.
No, that's good
You
that
know?
you didn't have to do that. Like, you didn't feel like it was a...
I feel like it was a thing. Like, if I had a girlfriend and we were in a relationship, then it'd be something I would talk about.
Yeah.
That just never really happened.
Yeah.
So...
And like, it's a little bit different for me because I am like also emotionally attracted to girls, and like I do have a girlfriend now, so like I'm quite a bit more gay than you. So it was like more of a thing, like to me, like I had to like tell my parents because I was like, this feels like a really big thing that I'm hiding from people. So I did tell my parents, and like I came out, you know, because like, yes, it was a big deal, but it also wasn't at the same time. It's hard to explain, you know?
Yeah. It's definitely, you know, different in like your case that you like, you're more gay, more. And then like, I always thought like Keara was like just like super straight, cause she, anyway. And then she told me, I was like, no way! How is, like, we were so shook. I was like, how is this like, not like because I was like totally accepting of it, but I was just like, huh.
Like, yeah,
Go figure.
I get that though, because I feel like if anything, like, you would have been the gay one out of the two of us.
Because I was like a jock and I played a lot of sports, and I would like, I wore boys' clothes for like an entire year, like just boys' apparel from Northern Getaway.
Do it.
Yeah, and that's, that's what my aesthetic was, okay?
No, like, it was a vibe.
It was a vibe.
It was a look. These are stereotypes that we're saying, but like, I've always been really into like, you know, girly clothes, like dresses and pink, and like I'm a singer and an actor and a dancer, and like I've always done very artsy things, so people are like, oh, like, I don't know, you look so girly, like, you can't be gay.
Yeah, and I wore like tearaways and like cargo khakis and like a long sleeve shirt under a t-shirt. Like,
can we pull up some pictures? I wanna
like my
stop
style.
the video and like, put something in here.
The boys were lining up around the block.
I'm sure some girls were too.
Yeah.
Honestly, moral of the story is
you can question your sexuality, you can have fluid sexuality and not want to label it. You don't need to label yourself just because you're like, oh, I kind of have some feelings for the same sex or whatever.
But if you want to,
then do that.
Okay, yeah. Because even you guys sometimes, like, I always get questions like, wait, I thought you were bisexual, like, but you just said you were gay. So doesn't that mean you're a lesbian? Like, people want to like put me in categories, like I've gotten comments. Or like, they'll be like, why'd you just say that you're gay? I thought you were bisexual. Don't you still like boys? And it's like, I honestly, I don't know, and I don't really care right now because I have a girlfriend and I'm attracted to her, and that's all that matters right now. Like, that's all, everything, that's all that's relevant. So I don't feel like I need to latch on to one label or the other.
Just do what feels like
Just
is right for you.
Yeah.
That makes you feel good inside.
Yeah.
Anyway,
This
that's
is
what we
fun.
wanted to talk about today.
Yeah.
You guys like the chat.
Hope you guys liked it.
Well, leave us a comment. Let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe to her channel. She has a channel, and I will link it below in the description. And I will see you next Tuesday as usual. Bye.
Okay, bye, lovelies.